Back with part two of Local 6 Legal Line, visiting with Emily Roark of Bryan Law Center in Paducah and Louisville. And we're taking your questions at 1-888-208-6946 regarding divorce and criminal defense. And we have a question from Margaret who says, I was married to my husband for 5 years. Am I entitled to any of his retirement?
Margaret, yes, you are entitled to his retirement. And basically the law says that you're entitled to an equitable portion of his retirement. And what that means, you really need to get an attorney because that can get very complicated. And I'll be honest, I'm not the person that does that at our office, it's my husband, but that's basically what the law tells you. So you will be entitled to part of his retirement, but you need to get an attorney to protect that.
Here's something I'm pretty sure you're familiar with because we've talked about it before, but John has a question. He says, my son was arrested for disorderly conduct in college, which could mean anything, but nevertheless, it was on his record. So is that something he can now get expunged?
Yes, it is, and I would highly recommend that you get that off your record. You know, I have a lot of people that will come into my office for lots of different things, and they'll have a minor offense, and disorderly conduct is a very minor offense on their record that they haven't expunged, and I'll just talk to them about, let's go ahead and get that off. That's something, as long as he hasn't gotten lots of other offenses along the way since he's been in college, that you can get off your record. It's fairly easy. You can do it by yourself, but it might get a little difficult. Just hire an attorney. It's not going to be expensive, and I would recommend that you do that.
Greg has a question and kind of a statement too. He said, if the cops take personal items during a search, do I get those back if I am found not guilty?
Well, that's a good question. Yes and no. So it depends on what they are. If it's your driver's license, you should get that back. If it's a cell phone, for instance, that has pictures that were inappropriate, you're probably not going to get that back. So for instance, if maybe a better example is if it's marijuana, you're not going to get that back. If it's illegal items, you're not going to get the illegal items back. They're going to be destroyed. But if it's non-illegal items, then you should have those returned to you. So property that we all can possess, you should get back. Property that is illegal, you're not going to get back.
Robert says, I lost my job due to COVID-19, was paying child support. Is it possible to get my child support payments reduced?
It is, and you know, a lot of people unfortunately are going through this situation, and I'm sorry for you, but you need to file a motion and you need an attorney, and you need to do that quickly because the system is really, really backlogged right now. Most courts, all courts, are on Zoom or on some type of video, and so it's taking a long time to get a hearing. So I would tell you to contact someone very, very quickly and get before a judge because it's taking much longer than it used to be. But when you file the motion, then I'm pretty sure, again, I don't do this, my husband can tell you, can call our office and he can answer the question for you without any charge, that it would go back to that time. So do that quickly because I know that people without employment paying that just can't do it right now. So I apologize that you're in that situation, and get an attorney.
Emily Roark, Mark Bryant, our guest today from the Bryan Law Center, Paducah and Louisville on this edition of Local 6 Legal Line.